All new Monday only on CBS America's most watched network. So they've been getting good field position. The Patriots' third straight drive from their own 40 or better, and Brady's down the field. And that was going to Edelman. Goodman was there with him, no flag. Brady did hit the deck.
Yeah, they finally got a little pressure, Jim. Big series here, 21-7. You got to change up what you're doing. And Von Miller makes a good move to create a little pressure. Then the late hugger or blitzer gets to Tom Brady.
And here is Green Ellis with the run. And holding on is Chris Harris, who's a very good tackler. He brings down the law firm after a gain of 3. And Chris Harris, during that whole lockout this summer, undrafted, he worked for a law firm.
How about that?
Yeah, he worked right there in Tulsa for Solomon and Simmons. Didn't know if he'd even get a crack at the NFL.
4-year starter, Kansas, runs a 4.4 and only gets one team to offer him a free agent contract.
3rd and 7. Brady down the field. Branch! And it's incomplete. Made the diving attempt at it.
Boy, they had him. It was a blitz by the Broncos, and Champ Bailey got caught. He's watching the quarterback, so he gambles, goes in and gets another guy, and it leaves Deion Branch outside, open, close.
How big was that defensive stop by Denver?
Denver needed it. Their offense is struggling. Defense finally turned up a little heat, and it worked.
Danny Aiken sends it back to Mesco, who nailed him back at the 5 the first time, and now he sets him up at the 10. Helping win the field position battle is Zoltan Mesco after that 38-yarder. Tebow and Brady so far.
Well, Tom Brady had some excellent passes. How about that catch by Gronkowski? That bad throw, but look at this. Gets a lot of chances up here with this offense. They're so diverse. And, you know, you look at this Denver offense, Jim, they rely so much on the run. They can overpower most teams they've been playing this year. Not able to do that so far with the Patriots today.
Last week, they completed only 1 pass on 1st down, and that was the winner in overtime. So they go ground again. In fact, they only threw it twice. They had 25 first downs last week against the Steelers. 23 of them were running plays. And that one completion, again, was the one that brought him here to Foxborough, the 80-yarder to Thomas.
Average draft start, 26.
Got an extra lineman in the game. It's Chris Clark, and timeout called by Fox.
First charge timeout. Denver, a 30-second timeout.
John Fox and Bill Belichick, the 2 coaches who met down in Houston in Super Bowl 38. Carolina and the Patriots, that came down to the wire in a Vinatieri winner. Both men former defensive coordinators with the New York Giants. And of course, Belichick was there when you were there.
Yep, started in 1979 with the Giants when I went there, and that Super Bowl, Jim, we covered it.
Yep.
And it was a tight defensive struggle, and then all of a sudden when it opened up, and receivers were open everywhere. I remember that touchdown throw to Mike Vrabel, a blown assignment by the Patriots. And how about that? Just another big kick by Adam Vinatieri. But this defense, the Patriots, good job so far. You take away the run game and the option for the Denver Broncos, of course, we all know their passing game, their options, it's a little limited. So they have no choice. 21-7. Be patient. Keep running the football.
It's a 2nd and 5. McGahee has 63 of Denver's 99 yards. He gets the handle here, slides off the hip, and falls right on the 1st down yardage. Yeah, you were talking about that workout during the offseason. McGahee's 30 years old. That's long in the tooth for a running back. But he went back to the University of Miami, again, during all the lockout time and everything, and practiced working out, if you will, in sand.
Yeah, he says it really got his legs strong, made him faster again, and there you see the run. But how almost let that football get away from him on the handoff again. But the older players, the lockout helped a lot of them, gave them more rest.
Now on 1st down, They try the middle this time. McGahee has only a yard. McGahee had that crucial fumble last week that saw the Steelers convert that into a tying touchdown. Had an early fumble in the game, too, that was recovered by Walton, his center.
Well, the second fumble, they had a chance maybe to put the game away. But when you look at this drive, the Broncos, it's not about scoring right here. It's about taking the time off the clock. And at worst, they'd like to get another first down or two to, at worst, get in at halftime at 21-7.
Move inside 4 minutes. Second down and 9, and it's Royal with the grab, and he falls for the first, knowing the yardage he needed. And he had Arrington. He had position. Arrington behind him. Good for 10.
I think they can do that more. Something we saw in the last third down. New England Patriots are going to give him sideline throws, and when he throws, they throw so many footballs down the field, the Denver Broncos, that if he doesn't do it, the short routes, the running back, the tight ends, they leave them uncovered. And so far, Denver has not taken advantage of that.
So from the 32, first down. Tebow saw that the pocket was collapsing, and he is sacked. He tried to escape, but Wilfork and Ninkovich again in on the play.
Well, they get overpowered up front. You said it. And boy, it's Ninkovich once again who makes Tim Tebow get a little anxious. He feels him coming from the outside, even though he's blocked, and he shoots up in that pocket. When you do, those defensive linemen, they shed those blocks.
Second down and 14. And Tebow never gave up the football, and Gerard Warren just drove him back. Another big loss.
Boy, again, trying to run the option. How about that? They got people in position for the quarterback to pitch. There is nowhere to go with this option game.
Timeout called by New England at the 2:43 mark.
Little impatient, you know, Jim. I thought the Broncos were with that first down pass. You know, they had a couple first downs, stayed with the run. Instead, they threw it, the sack, put them in a tough position. And now New England wants to get it back, get some more points.
Gerard Warren, an old Florida Gator.
Yes, defensive line. Big part of this lead so far, played well.
There's Robert Kraft with Leslie Moonves, the head of CBS. Mr. Kraft's son, Jonathan. John Bon Jovi back there with the red scarf.
Yeah, he likes football. There's no doubt about that. He used to see John Bon Jovi at a lot of our practices back long ago with the New York Giants.
Third and 20. They go with Lance Ball. Had a big chunk, but nowhere near a first.
Oh, it's a good call. And the one thing, you play the Broncos, third down, it's just another down to them. They can run the option. Tim Tebow can run it. They run the quarterback draw. Don't think it's an obvious passing situation like it is with a lot of teams.
So the Patriots have one timeout with 2:38 to go in the half. And Edelman will drop back.
Like I said, I like to call, make them use a timeout, get a little better field position, hope you can back them up with a good punt.
Britton Colquitt. Short punt. And a favorable bounce. Down to the 28. 38 yards in all. Gronkowski coming back out. Recipient of 2 touchdowns.
Well, what an improvement when you look at Gronkowski and, of course, Aaron Hernandez, both of them from last year to this year. And we've talked to him, and Rob Gronkowski said from the first day of training camp, he goes, man, it's a lot different than it was last year. More confident.
Woodhead, they weren't expecting that. He's got 11. and they hurry to the line. Just to finish up Gronkowski. Hard to argue one of the best, if not the best, season ever by a tight end in the history of the league. Most receiving yards by a tight end ever in one season. Most touchdowns by a mile. 17 touchdown receptions, 1 on the ground. Brady now goes down the field for the long ball. Branch has it in stride. Deion Branch is in for the touchdown. yards.
I'll tell you, that was the throw of the year for Tom Brady. You're talking about getting every bit of it. And Jim, you know it. When they get in these 2-minute situations, they love to catch you off guard and throw it down the field. That contact, both of them, Andre Goodman, Deion Branch, there was contact. Deion Branch just enough of a pushback that gives him a little separation, and what a throw. What a throw.
It's not every day you see a quarterback throw 4 touchdowns in a half of any game, much less a playoff game. As Gostowski, 4 for 4 on the night. He didn't have Branch that first meeting against Denver. He's got him.